Hey everybody, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. Today we're going to talk about the 5 things that you wish you knew before you moved to Temecula. We're routinely getting calls from people throughout the United States now, and I think it's just as important for me to produce videos on why I love it here, but also things that you need to think about before you actually move here to Temecula. Of course, I love it, but to point out some of the cons are obviously important. And hopefully this video helps you in just sort of navigating some of the issues that you might come across that, other people have expressed to me. Just living here and selling properties has allowed me to learn from other people what they don't like. If you are interested in a home search, we now have free home searches in our description. Also, if you're local and you would like a home value, we also have a link for that as well. So thank you very much for watching the videos. Make sure you subscribe and let's get into it. Okay guys, so number 1 would be employment and commuting to your job. One of the things that a lot of people throughout the United States don't understand is how bad traffic can actually be in Southern California. So you have to be aware that if you're coming here, thinking that you're going to drive half an hour or 45 minutes to work, you need to account for traffic, especially if you're driving in rush hour times, which are going to be anywhere from 6 in the morning till 8:39 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, anywhere till 7 at night. So just make sure that there's a lot of people in Temecula that do commute, so you're going to notice the traffic at night is going to be going north on the 15, and the traffic in the morning is going to be going south on the 15. So if you really want to live in Temecula and you really think that this spot is where you want to be, just make sure you're strategic in regards to where you're living. If you're working, north, you might want to live a little north. If you're working south, you might want to live south Temecula. So just make sure that you understand that. And I don't want anybody coming out here, getting a job and realizing that they hate being in their car 10 hours a week because that's how long the commute is or how long it is with traffic. And this is something that everybody deals with in Southern California. So just be aware that traffic is not fun. Okay, so number 2, housing costs. And I know we go into this and everybody realizes that, Southern California's home prices are probably higher than the majority of America. But what I wanted to do is just in 2021, give you an idea of what it's going to cost. For an average 2,200 square foot home to 2,500 square foot home, you're going to be anywhere from $550,000 to $700,000. Now, if you see a list price on the MLS, make sure that you understand if that's sort of, I can get a home for $570,000, that home is likely not going to close at $570,000. It's going to close right now in this market, it's going to close at $610,000 or $600,000. So be aware, just because you see a home listed and the price in your mind is something that you can afford, it's probably going to sell for $30,000 or $40,000 more than what it's actually listed for. If you are renting, the 2,200 to 2,500 square foot home in Temecula right now is going to be anywhere from $2,400 to $3,000 per month. So again, make sure you're aware of the housing costs, and don't come down here thinking, or don't come over here, wherever you're coming from, that the rentals are plentiful and you don't have to prove your income and your credit scores. It's almost getting to the point where renting a house is just as difficult as actually purchasing one. So make sure that you have everything that you need. If you're running a 490 credit score and your job is going to pay you $2,000 or $3,000 a month, and you think that you're going to be able to document that and get into a rental, it's probably not going to happen. What a lot of people do in Southern California, especially if you're younger, is you meet people, you meet friends, you basically get a 4-bedroom home. All of you are spending anywhere from $700 to $800 a month for that house, and then it becomes affordable. You don't. Okay, so number 3, the heat. Personally, I love the weather here. I think Temecula has some of the best weather in all of the United States, but for 3 months, you are going to have temperatures anywhere from 93 degrees all the way up. I think we got to 110 degrees a few days last year. So it does get hot in the summer, and you need to be aware of that. If you're not somebody that likes the heat, you're going to think it's absolutely miserable during that time in Temecula. One of the good things, even if you don't have a pool, most of the communities in Temecula have community pools. Okay, so next up, I don't know what you read or what you hear, but Temecula is not all country living anymore. Over the last 20 years, the population in both Murrieta and Temecula have grown over 100%. There's people that actually get mad at me for doing these videos, highlighting Temecula because they don't want more people here. So, even if you are thinking that, we're on the outskirts of Temecula, we're inland, and, you see horse property, that doesn't necessarily mean the whole city. Again, during rush hour, there's lots of cars. In my opinion, I think it's the perfect size right now. But if you are looking for that total country vibe, you're either going to have to move out to wine country or maybe pick another area of Southern California. Just to give you an idea of 3 communities that might give you more of that country feel, and I have blog posts on all of these, or you could call me on these. There's Duluth, there is Los Ranchitos, there's Meadowview, and of course wine country. So those are 4 areas of Temecula that you're going to have more space, more land. Everybody's going to have horses, or they're going to be growing avocado or orange trees. So those are 4 options. And, one of the great things about Temecula is you can have all types of living depending on whether you want to live in a community with a pool or whether you want to live and have horses or grow oranges or avocados. Whatever you want to do, we have it here. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about was, I initially in this video talked about the HOAs throughout Temecula, and most of these HOAs have pools. Well, be aware that probably 90% of the communities in Temecula have HOAs. The reason why people need to understand this is I sell homes and I realize that there are some people that cannot stand having an HOA. So be warned, be aware that 90% of these communities have HOAs. Now, on the flip side of that, or the positive side, is that number 1, the HOAs in Temecula are going to run, generally speaking, around $100 a month. So it's not really that bad. Now, what you get for those HOAs is probably, most of the HOAs in Temecula, you get more here than really I've seen most other places throughout Southern California. I mean, for $100 a month, you're getting the pool, you're getting the hot tub, you're getting basketball courts, tennis courts, volleyball courts, walking paths. Literally the amenities that a lot of these communities give their residents for that $100, it's pretty nice. So, if you are okay with having an HOA, you might actually enjoy it and get a lot of use out of what it offers. So there you have it, guys. 5 things you wish you knew before you move to Temecula. Of course, I love Temecula. I think it's one of the best cities in Southern California. But again, I have to be upfront and honest. There are things that people might not like when they're moving from other parts of the country. It's a different world in Southern California, and I think it's for the better for the most part. But if you have any further questions, please reach out. We're always here to help. We're licensed in both real estate appraising, and obviously I have my brokerage here, Greenleaf Real Estate. We have you covered in whatever aspect of real estate, vacation, anything that you need or want to know more about, please reach out. We're here to help, and subscribe, and thank you very much. And until next time, exploring Temecula.